Basketball season has returned. It's been a long time.
Making his return to podcasting, to say what's real. Everybody, welcome back. My boy right here,
man.
Hey.
What's going on? I'm back, baby.
Woo!
Man, it's been a long time.
Yeah, hell yeah. This is episode 21. 21 episodes,
21.
bro. Yeah.
Man,
It's been a long time, bro.
it's been a minute.
This is the perfect song to come back to, too, because,
It's
like,
perfect, bro.
fuck you, pump me up, dude.
It's
I want to
perfect,
fucking
bro.
fight somebody right now,
Bro.
dude. This is the perfect song, dude.
I'm hyped right now. Episode 21, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
We got a lot to talk about, man.
You've been gone for a minute, man.
a minute, man.
Obviously,
Rona,
you've
the
had some
Rona's
stuff
been
going
on. We got, bro, a lot of stuff been going on.
If you guys can't tell, I'm fucking super excited, dude.
Me too, bro.
I know a lot of the people who watch our show, like, oh, when is Warren coming
Right,
back? So I'm
right.
glad you're back because
Yeah,
obviously
me too.
we needed it, dude. So
Yeah, man.
yeah. Fill us in, bro. Like, you don't have to go into any personal details, but like, what's been going on with you, man? Like,
Bro, man, you know, I've been trying to, you know what I mean, navigate through the Rona, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get my situation right, you know?
and you were one of the people that's actually kind of affected by it.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
like you didn't get Rona or anything.
No,
I don't know, yeah,
thank
but-
God. You know what I mean? But yeah, had to make some personal moves. You know what I mean?
That sucks, man.
Navigate through.
But
you know,
you're in a good spot though right now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
right
you're-
now I'm in a good spot.
Cool.
Yeah,
I know.
bless.
Me and you talk about like the. Not only are a lot of people affected by it, a lot of people are benefiting from it. People are dying from it. It's kind of a weird time, dude. So.
it's a weird time, bro. It really is. I don't know. I'm just glad. I'm glad that you're healthy. I'm healthy. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure my family's good. I know you're doing the same.
Does anybody in your family? Did anybody get Rona yet, or?
Yeah, I got a cousin in Philly, Kawana. Shout out to Kawana. She's a nurse and she got it. But she like self-quarantined and she's out. She's fine now. So she's like my age. She's around, you know, early
She's on the
30s.
front lines. Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for your work too at the hospital.
Yeah, we
hospital
appreciate it.
what hospital
Nurses.
does she work at?
I don't even know what hospital she works at. It's I don't think it's a huge one or anything like that, but it's like right outside the city of Philadelphia. So
And she's already. Like,
she's
the Rona's
recovered
done?
and back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
she's
good.
recovered
That's
and
good to
back
hear,
home.
man.
But I mean, you know, the bigger cities have been getting touched. You know, like
Big time.
big time. You know, and it's weird because we were one of the first cities out here in Washington
That got it in general, right?
that got it in general. But it seemed like once it caught in New York, it was over. Bad.
The crazy thing is right around that time, and actually maybe Justin can fill me in on the exact date, but my sister-in-law went to New York for like a work-related thing. Right when like it was like probably like starting to get hella bad, but like the
It's
news
bad.
didn't cover it like that.
It's bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because you
bro.
got to think about it. If you're in New York, how to like 80% of people travel is through public transportation.
like buses and stuff.
Yeah, the train, the subway, bro. It's millions of people on that subway every day, and when you're on there, it's like a fucking hot box. You know what I mean? And you're
can
sitting
smell
next
it.
to these people. Everybody's touching everything. Like you can't. You could wash your hands a million times a day, but at the end of the day, you're around too many people. I read an article that was saying that there's already like been people starting to move from big cities because of this. I wasn't really surprised by that because this sort of like makes you think, you know, like when a pandemic like this goes down, like where do you want to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you've been in that like New York area
Yeah.
before, right? Like, explain to me, why would anybody want? If you're not famous, why would you want to live there? Like, what's the point of living in New York City?
I get the only thing I could see is like if you're just from there, you know what I mean? If you're from there, then you know like anybody else. If you're from there, your family's there, so that's where you're at. You know what I mean?
And it's probably hard to move.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's got everything there. You know, I mean, it's got everything there. From the obviously you got the boroughs, and you got the history there is rich. So you got Russian stuff, Puerto Rican stuff, Mexican.
New Yorkers love New York, bro.
Oh yeah, you know the pride. Yeah. But if it was me, there's no way. Like it's too cramped. You get a little a bed, and I heard Seattle was like this, but you get a little studio It's like $4,000 a
In
month.
New York?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So, like, you know how I always complain to you guys about Portland's parking?
Yeah.
Because hands
And I
down,
haven't
Portland
been out
has
to
one of
Portland.
the...
I haven't been out to
No?
Portland yet. I want to.
It has one of the worst parking ever. And that's just me, okay? And I can go on a rant about that all day.
Seattle got bad parking too.
No, they do. Seattle's
Yeah.
actually, I think, just up there with Portland.
It's pretty bad.
I bet New York is 10 times worse parking.
Oh God, I don't. I think that's why a lot of people just tap out and don't even drive. You know, they just
I'll just
you know,
fucking walk,
taxi or walk. Yeah, yeah.
I bet Uber is super big in New York because of that.
Oh yeah,
That's
Them-
fucking
it's
insane,
crazy.
dude. Well, today, I don't know if you saw a couple episodes ago, we did a Fast and the Furious ending versus the Endgame ending, like which ending was sadder.
Right.
We're not going to do that, but I want to get into. I know me and you love like the comic book stuff, so Jokers.
That's right.
Both not well. There's been more than 2 live action Jokers,
Yeah.
but Joaquin Phoenix won an Oscar for it, and Heath Ledger won an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
Both amazing roles in their own, like,
Yeah.
you know, in their own separate movies. So we're basically going to do Joker versus Joker today, guys. And you can comment below with what your favorite Joker is. I know most people are probably going to say Heath Ledger, but for the sake of this video, we're going to go through what we think.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let you go on, man. So you've seen both movies.
Right.
You probably looked up what both roles took to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on like each Joker? Like, you probably go
I
ahead.
think they're both great. Obviously, I mean, come on now.
It's Joker.
It's needless to say, but Heath Ledger is, you know, for that time, in the time period that he did as Joker, I think it was just like perfect. It was perfect for his time. If you go back and watch it, it still holds up. Still easily holds up. But then, you know, you get this version that we just saw this last year.
Yeah.
And to me, he took it to another level, which I mean in Joaquin. And I don't think that you know, I don't, with time, you know, things change, you know what I mean? You know, stuff filming gets better or whatever, you know, but you know, as actors, in my opinion, I would say Joaquin Phoenix is the better actor.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
You know, and I think a lot of it may be, you know, like Joaquin is a weird dude. He's an introvert. Like, he reminds me, his personality is sort of like, have you ever seen like Johnny Depp in interviews? He's sort of just like, you know, out there.
Like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's not really like a people person, you know what I mean? He's real like artistic. And like, I think that Joaquin is like one of those method actors that he's like willing to go to some crazy places to
get the role.
To get the role. And, you know, if you look at just like the physicality of you know, of his character in that movie, it was disturbing, but in a good way. You know what I mean? It was just like he like took it to another level. So I think, I mean, it's hard to compare because they did such a good job, and plus one is not here.
Yeah, one's an actual like Joker movie, and the other one's just like he's in the Batman movie.
Yeah. But man, like I definitely, I think Joaquin is just like one of the GOATs now. So
because of that role, yeah.
I
think you nailed it on the head, bro. I think like actor wise, Joaquin Phoenix. Well, not to say Heath Ledger's not a great actor, right?
Yeah, not at all.
Because I think
he's great.
Like, it sucked that he died, bro. It sucks that Heath Ledger died because I
Yeah,
feel like
he
he
has
was
so much
becoming
more.
that.
He has so much. That's why I felt like I was saying, it's kind of hard talking about it because it's like when people say like, well, like people say something like Eminem or Tupac. Well, I mean, Tupac was like 25. Like, if
He was so
we never
young,
got
man.
a chance to see Tupac turn 45 like we did
And get
Eminem,
older
you know
and
what I'm
stuff.
saying?
Mhm.
Like, so maybe it would have been a different conversation if Tupac was an old head. You know what I mean? Maybe it would. I don't know.
I think
but maybe it would be.
I think Tupac would have been one of those rappers that didn't like mumble rappers then.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
he
you
would have
could
been
tell,
like,
yeah.
"These motherfuckers, is
You little
clowns.
motherfuckers.
These
Yeah.
is clown." It would be a crazy alternate universe to see what it'd be like if Pac was alive. Bro.
I think Biggie would have. I don't think Biggie would have hated the mumble rappers, and that's just me.
I
I
don't
think
think
Biggie
so.
would have been, "Hey yo, come on, me."
Yeah, give him a chance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Biggie would have hated that.
Put the young bulls on.
Biggie
you know?
was just
Yeah.
about I think Biggie would have loved it, man. He liked people. I think they would have had features with Biggie more than
Pac. Yeah,
than Pac. I don't think Pac.
I could
would've
see
worked for him.
Kendrick getting Pac features.
Oh
I could
yeah.
see.
It would have been fun to see
the
a game. Oh
Ooh,
man.
God damn! In an
That
alternate
would've-
universe.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that would have been dope, man.
That would have been hella dope. It kind of reminds us what we're talking about now.
Right.
Because like Heath Ledger, like I said, before he died, he was on his way to becoming
He
like
was
one of those actors.
absolutely. He was.
It sucks, bro.
It does suck.
Because like I feel like Joaquin Phoenix is like that Daniel Day-Lewis type actor. Like they give everything for that role.
Everything.
Even to the point where their own family's like,
Yeah,
it's just
for
a
real.
movie. But like
Yeah.
to us, that's not a movie to us.
Yeah, for real. I couldn't agree with you more.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was like more. I would say the movie was more like a character piece, right? And the Heath Ledger's Joker had more like action.
Yeah.
There was more explosions and like he was trying in like the movie, The Dark Knight. It was, I don't know if you could give me Jay, but like the Joker and Batman were like playing chess with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
He would make a move knowing
Right,
Batman.
right.
You know, and we didn't see that in the Joaquin Phoenix
No,
Joker
no.
because it was like the beginning.
It was the beginning.
So. I mean, I thought it was funny about the whole dad thing. Like, he sees his dad in the fucking bathroom. Or, like, no, he sees Bruce's dad in the bathroom because he thinks that's his dad.
Because he thinks that's his dad.
That scene was so funny.
It definitely changed the way that I, look at mental health for sure too. I think that was a big
Part of the movie.
that I
Yeah.
think that was dope because a lot of people don't talk about it. But I think I used to be a little ignorant to
like men's mental health, right?
not even just men's, but just like how when somebody will say something like, "Man, stop acting crazy," you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
well, that's
Because I'm crazy.
yeah, that's they don't
yeah.
know that they're, you know what I mean? It's not like something they could just a switch that they could just turn on and off. Like
okay, I'll stop
I
acting
used to
crazy.
be a type of asshole. I think I would be thinking these thoughts when I would be like seeing these people on the street, talking to themselves and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
damn, you're crazy.
like, dude, there's nobody following you, you fucking idiot. You know what I mean? But now, like, after watching that, like, I sort of like paused, like, and looked at, you know what I mean, how
like how they do it.
how I treated people too.
You don't think? I'm not saying it like men's mental health, whatever, is like more important. The reason I brought that up is because obviously, like as men, it's harder for us to say certain things.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
hey man, I'm depressed. Because you know how it is, bro. Mm-hmm. Like our guy friends are like, you're a fucking pussy, bro. Mm-hmm. You're depressed, you're a pussy, right? Mm-hmm. So like, the Joker movie kind of like highlighted like, fuck, like who do we go to?
Yeah.
Even the therapist in the movie was being a bitch somewhat, dude. So we
Everybody.
can't even go to our fucking therapist because she's even like talking shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that was a good part too. Remember, he was just like, "You just don't understand." At the end.
At the end, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't, bro.
Yeah, man. Great movies, both of them. I just definitely think that this newer one was just on another level.
And I thought we were gonna have totally different opinions. So we both agree, acting wise, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was.
Yeah.
But then I would say like action and like an actual like role in a movie would probably be Heath Ledger's.
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked how he one of my favorite scenes in any comic book movie, even out of like all the Marvel ones, I think is the scene where Batman's going to save Rachel, but he ends up at fucking he ends up at Harvey Dent's
Harvey
place.
Dent, yeah.
And Harvey's like, "Oh, you go save her."
Yeah, yeah.
Because the Joker knew he would go to Rachel's place
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Dude, he played him, dude.
Yeah. He's
Bro, tell me that's like out of
Nah,
all
he's-
that. I'm
he's-
getting goosebumps, bro. Like out
he's
of
yeah, and that's how the Joker is. He's
he knew
he
knew
knows
he would go to
he knows
Rachel's.
Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows his,
So if he would have went to save Harvey, he would have saved Rachel instead.
yeah.
So either way, it's like, hey, I was going to save Harvey, but now you're here,
Right.
and maybe she would have been like, no, go save him.
Yeah.
So fuck, that was just like such a genius villain move,
Yeah. Oh, genius, dude.
bro.
Fire.
If we get that in the next Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, which I'm assuming we will get that,
I hope so.
I hope he gives us that type of shit. Like, you know,
I hope so, man. I hope
like,
they do it.
They always say Batman's like the best detective in the world, right?
Right.
So you had fucking the Joker like basically kind of outsmarting him.
Yeah.
And it was
yeah.
probably like the first time that he's been like in a chess move with like a villain. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, speaking of DC, did you hear the news about Zack Snyder's cut?
I did this morning. Fuck, dude, I'm super. Me and you've talked about this before.
A lot.
And
a lot. Yeah, many conversations.
I'm kind of torn. Pause, by the way, but I'm kind of torn because I don't know what I personally think. I do know what I think, right? But like, I don't know. Will it make the movie better? Is all I'm asking. If it makes this movie better,
I think
right?
it will.
Okay, so let's say it will. Okay,
because it was pretty bad.
Now I'm gonna ask you, and then I'll let you go off. If it makes the movie better, what do we do going forward? What is the future of the DCEU if this? Let's say this is hella successful.
Hire him back?
You would hire him back?
Yeah, isn't that what the people want?
Yeah, but aren't they? So what would you do with the Robert Pattinson Batman? Is that in a separate universe now?
I think a separate universe,
And
which was unnecessary, but
it's unnecessary. Yeah, for sure unnecessary. But
I mean, but isn't it like you said unnecessary? But aren't they doing the fucking Flash in Snyder's universe? You know what I mean?
They
like
could do the Flash, like brings
just
Robert
so weird.
Pattinson's Batman to the thing. It is, bro. It makes no sense, man.
they fucked up. I mean,
They did. I don't want to. Yeah.
I don't want to like beat a dead horse.
Yeah, because this is
but,
that. Yeah.
But they fucked it. They literally fucking had. They had something going, dude.
So good, too.
Like the dude that they picked, to be, Batman's Bruce Wayne's dad, that actor from
he played in a Watchmen.
Yeah, Watchmen and zombie show that everybody
Walking Dead.
and
Yeah.
The Walking Dead. His career was just starting to get on point because of the Walking Dead and Negan. Everybody's talking about, you know what I mean?
Negan's Batman's dad.
Negan's
Yeah.
a hit. So you get him, and like you said, people liked him in Watchmen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get him, and you do the Flash movie. You're getting ready to do this Flashpoint, so we could like see this fucking Negan with fucking
Negan, yeah.
double 1911s and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it was fire, dude.
It would have been fire, bro. And then like if they changed the timeline
And him as Batman?
then he could have been fucking Batman. But they fucked it up. Like, how could they drop that ball? Like, it was like they had it. You had it.
I don't know. You're right, bro. They did.
You fucking had it.
So I don't think. Okay, so what me and Warren are saying, guys, we're not actually criticizing the actual characters.
No.
We're not criticizing. I don't even want to criticize the movie. It's the people who are in charge of handling
people who
this.
are in charge of it. Just like, I don't understand.
Because now I don't get it. Like, I always said, if the Snyder Cut's gonna come out, there has to be a purpose, okay? I don't want... Why are you releasing it if this isn't gonna push what you're doing forward?
Yeah.
Right? If it's not going to help anything, if this isn't going to do anything, don't go forward with that.
And like I know Ricky is always watching, be like, y'all hating. And I remember one time we mentioned it, and he did a comment when I was saying I didn't understand why they're not doing anything with the Man of Steel, and he commented like, they are. They're not.
Well, he also said a lot of people hated it.
Like,
now, I remember when it came out, a lot of people did hate on the Man of Steel, but it still made a ton of money. Mm-hmm. There's still a lot of people who like it. The people who didn't like it are like the old school fans who want to see Superman save a cat from a tree, or they don't like that.
That part.
I don't get it, bro. Those type of fans, you'll never, ever like make me understand what you're thinking.
No.
Because, Warren, wouldn't it be boring, right? Tell me. This would be boring if every Batman movie ever, until me and you die, is the same thing. His parents died at a movie theater. Joe Chill fucking kills his parents. Mm-hmm. Then the Joker. And it's like, bro, every time you remake a franchise, don't do the same thing.
Yeah.
This one, it was different. Superman has to learn. I'm not going to kill people, bro. I already killed Zod. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
That's perfect character development.
Yeah.
People automatically wanted him to be in the first movie like, wow, look at that cat in a tree. And like, bro, we're not doing that no more, dude.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Like, the effects are better.
No, in my opinion. And then like I look up all the time, and I follow Henry Cavill, and I just don't see any I see more talks about it being another person coming in
Than him doing it.
Than him doing it.
You remember when they wanted? There was reports of Michael B. Jordan. Bro, I love Michael B. Jordan. I made a song about him.
I
right?
like Michael B. Jordan not taking over Henry Cavill. I don't want anybody to take over.
It'd be cool
Henry
if
Cavill.
they had Michael B. Jordan play another Kryptonian.
And yeah,
Who's to say
that would be cool. And it would be even cool if they had him do it in an alternate universe, but not in this universe.
Not in this one.
Not in this one. Not because you can't have him over Henry Cavill because he is not a better Superman than Henry Cavill. In my opinion, there's never been a better Superman than Henry Cavill.
I don't think there is.
When he puts on the fucking suit
He's
he's
Superman.
talking, that's like Superman, bro. Like, it is the perfect Superman, in my opinion.
He is.
And everybody who I've seen it with in my family, like my mom, my cousins,
They say the same
they
thing?
all said the same thing as me. Like, that is like the best Superman that I've ever seen. The way he just carries himself, his body, like, it's
The
like
look,
straight out of
too.
a comic. Like, it's crazy. And it sucks because I think Henry like loves that character. I think he's always talking about it. He's always like, yeah, like, I want to do it. I don't want to leave the universe. You know what I mean? Like,
Because doesn't it seem like, well, before I say that, wouldn't it be hella funny, Justin, if like Ben Affleck's like, I can't stand you people, and then like Michael B. Jordan Superman's like, what do you mean you people, bats?
no,
You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean by you?
they will put that in there.
Like, hey, they would too.
They would.
What do you mean you people, Bruce? Huh?
Cringy.
This is y'all Batman, huh?
This cringy.
But for real. So, yeah, I feel like that about him, Tom Holland as Spider-Man. There's just certain people that I'm like, fuck. Like, for instance, I can see this happening. Henry Cavill's probably like, all right, guys, I got an idea for Man of Steel 2. Hey, we're going to do Birds of Prey instead. And by the way, Birds of Prey was a fantastic movie. I'm not even going to shit on Birds of Prey.
Do you know I still have not?
I have it on DVD if you want. You don't have to, but you know what I mean? Yeah, I know.
I love you to death, but I can't.
I know. But so the movie's good, but what I'm saying is like, oh, hey, let's make, I don't know, Suicide Squad. How about Man of Steel 2, bro?
Right. I cannot believe every time that I hear another movie come out or coming out or that's in production and it's something like that, like the Suicide Squad one and all that, I just like, I want to like seriously.
I can see it, dude.
I want to rage quit. I want to rage quit life, dude. I just want to flip a fucking table over, cause it's like,
What are we doing?
what are we doing here, dude? What are we doing?
Because, like, bro,
Who asked for Harley Quinn?
he is so excited. You can tell Henry Cavill's so excited, right?
So excited.
And then, you know what
Especially
else?
for a new movie, just to take it in a new direction. You
Yeah,
know
and
what
he
I
won't
mean?
even do that. They
You
won't
know?
even do that.
Like, he's excited. Like, he has ideas, like you said. He has ideas about the tone of it.
Yeah.
And because, like you said, character development. Now it's been some years since the first one. So how has he changed? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, but I don't know, man.
Well, I don't
it's
know.
tough.
I'd have to look this up because I don't want to paraphrase what I'm about to say or just like, get that wrong. I don't know if CW and Warner Brothers like are ran by the same people. They probably are.
Yeah.
But let's say like, Marvel's ran by Kevin Feige, right?
Yeah.
But the TV division
Say his last
used to
name
be
again?
ran by someone else.
Say
It's Feige. I know people say Faggy, whatever.
Pause.
Kevin Feige. No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
but pause. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, so CW isn't doing that much better either, bro. And what I mean by that is I go there's a little fucking end cap at work, right? And I walk by it every day. And it's all the CW11 superhero stuff, right? No. I'm not watching the Arrowverse, dude.
Yeah.
You see how they look? Have you seen what the CW11
Mom,
Justice League looks, bro?
Shout out to my mom. My mom watches that corny ass shit. And I like, have you seen how the CW Flash looks, bro?
Justin, bro, do me a favor for a second. Pull up
Yeah,
on your
pull that
Google.
shit up, bro.
Pull up the fucking Justice thing and send it to me. Oh, okay, I can, yeah. But no, it's like, bro, it's cringy, dude.
Their
It's cringy.
suits look like they went to
Party City.
Party City,
Yeah.
but first stopped by Goodwill to get a few things. Then they went to Party City to get the masks. Like, why is the Flash wearing a sweater, old like red sweater, like with some plastic in the middle? Like, what?
It's garbage, dude. It looks bad.
I've seen better like Comic-Con outfits than that. Did you see the Batwoman's?
Oh no, yeah, no, I have, and it's, dude. Okay,
Ruby?
so I got the photo, bro. Look at this, man.
Ruby?
Okay, we'll put this on the screen, guys, for the people watching at home. But yeah, look at that, dude. You know what I mean? Look at that trash, dude.
Yo,
it
look
looks
at the
bad.
Flash. I mean, not the Flash. Yeah, the Flash. Look at the Flash, dude. Look at his stance, bro.
You see?
Yo, look at his stance, dog.
No.
Yo, no.
And look at Martian Manhunter. Okay, look. What I'm saying is like,
no, I'm not watching that.
They think that's they think that's the winning formula. And why I brought that up is because Rubi Rose. You know who Rubi Rose is, right?
Yeah.
So after they already renewed Batwoman for season 2, she's done after season 1. Today I learned that today, right? So I guess her and the studio they had a mutual parting, right? They wouldn't give any details, but a lot of the reason why people were mad about that is because they were bringing on Bruce Wayne for the Batwoman show. And people were like, hey, you guys already ruined Superman for the Supergirl show.
Yeah. Why are you going to ruin
Because
that?
whenever Supergirl and Superman are on the same screen, it's always like, well, I can't do this. Maybe I know someone who can. And like Supergirl comes out of nowhere. I will lead all women. It's like, bro, you can do that? Not with Superman. You're making Superman a chump now,
I don't
dude.
even know why they made a Supergirl, to be honest with you.
For the show, yeah.
Like, it's horrible.
They thought the same thing was not for Batman. I guarantee you they would have been like, well, I can't solve this problem. Who can? And then Batwoman's like, I can. Rubi Rose.
Horrible, man.
Yeah, bro. And a lot of people didn't like it. And CW still renewed it for season 2. Right? Because they would have been like, well, if you don't renew it, then you're sexist, whatever, right?
This shit's ass.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Is that
ass.
You could have a female-centric show. You can have a female-led show. Like, for instance, you probably don't watch it, but The Clone Wars. I watch it on Disney+. Ahsoka was the main character of that whole arc, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a cartoon, but there's plenty of other, like, examples.
Look at the movie or the show La Femme Nikita. That was dope. A lot of people like that show. Female lead.
Yeah, because
those shows are just ass. CW is ass, and that's the problem.
It's bad, dude.
The directing is bad. The costume set designer is bad. They're ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like if you
it's terrible.
It's terrible. If you take like for example, Netflix. Netflix shows are not ass.
No, I don't.
You
think
know
so
what I'm saying?
Neither is Hulu either.
Daredevil was not ass.
No.
Even the girls that were in the fight scenes with the girls on Daredevil, that shit was fire. They won't do that on CW.
It didn't, but maybe you can agree with me. It didn't. Those shows didn't really look like shows.
No, they look like movies.
Parted up, right?
So why can't CW do that?
It's Doomsday.
Huh?
This is Doomsday.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you this too. So yeah, well I'll put up this picture. Wow. I'm gonna show you right now. Wow, bro. Anybody who's watching, you know I love fucking DC, dude.
So
But you do too, and it always comes across like we're hating, bro. You look at this picture. I'll put it up on the screen for the fans that are watching. Bro, look at that, dude. That looks like a dominatrix, dude. You know when they make you get up in a suit and beat you?
What the fuck is
What is that?
He's wearing jeans, my guy.
Doomsday's wearing
Doomsday
jeans.
wearing fucking Levi's.
I'd rather see a rock cock
They're
than
Wranglers.
a fucking Wranglers, dude.
Oh my god.
Go to the next one.
How do you get to the next
Oh
one?
yeah, I got you.
That shit is fucking ass.
See, then. What is that, dude? That looks like fucking the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, dude.
Fucking booty, man. What the fuck?
No, they massacred my boy. You know him from The Godfather?
Yeah.
They massacred my boy.
That shit, man. Like, CW has money.
Do they? Because it doesn't look like
you
they
would
do.
think they do. Wasn't Supernatural on CW?
Yeah, Supernatural was on CW.
Did Supernatural not make $1 million?
It did.
Billion, you know what I mean?
A lot of people that I worked with try to get me to watch Supernatural too. So I'll give it to you guys.
Right.
You guys did try to get me to watch that.
Yeah,
It's not,
Yeah, like
it's on CW, dude.
It's on CW because CW, pretty much, in my opinion, I don't know why CW. Do they like have the rights to these?
So I maybe I'm wrong, but I think CW is like a sub company of like Warner Brothers. You know, how there's like Disney, Pixar. I think it's like that. Like, I think CW is owned by Warner Brothers.
They need to change that.
They do because
they absolutely need to change that, and and get another network like HBO or Cinemax or not Cinemax. Let's say Stars. Stars would be perfect. Because Stars. Do you remember like Spartacus?
I've heard of it. I never watched it, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
You never seen any clips of it?
I probably have, yeah.
Like you were talking when we were talking about how Netflix films shit like movies. That's how Stars does. Yeah, there'll be shows, but they look like fucking movies though. The production is like a movie. You remember the Watchmen show? Did you watch any of that?
I didn't, but the movie's amazing. I love the Watchmen show.
Yeah, so
movie.
so it's just like they have to win me over and to win people like you over. They got to start getting some real production value, because this shit is just a joke at this point.
Yeah, because
it's a fucking joke.
We're not hating on the characters. We're not hating on the property. We love the property and the characters.
The characters are great.
I'm just sick of seeing that shit, dude. I'm so sick of seeing. Here's the difference, bro. Every time I brought this up in the past, right? People would say, "Oh, but what about Thor 2 or fucking Captain America 1 when the CGI looked bad?" Yeah, so Marvel has, out of 10 movies, to say Marvel has 2 movies that aren't really that great, okay? That's 8 out of 10.
But they're not that bad.
They're not that bad. And DC's always rolling out that shit. Every time they're rolling out that shit, dude.
Ass.
Like, did you watch the show Gotham?
I watched a little bit of it.
Was it okay? I've never seen it.
It was okay. It was shot well. It looked better. It wasn't as cheesy as the CW stuff.
But is it because like a lot of it's about a police station?
Yeah.
There's no like special
there's
superheroes
not, yeah,
and like suits. And shit?
There's not as much. There's not like, you're not gonna see like fucking Doomsday and shit in there. You know what I mean? It wasn't. They had Solomon Grundy and he looked pretty ass.
Okay, so like it's not like fucking Gordon's walking in. Back again, Darkseid, huh?
No.
Thought we put you in a
no,
exactly.
Yeah.
See, so it's not good. Fuck, I could go on forever about this, dude. Guys, comment below, dude.
Comment below what you think. We know Ricky gonna comment. We hating.
But the
Ricky,
HBO...
if you like that Doomsday, Ricky.
I don't think he will, bro. I don't think he's not like that. Even Ricky, bro. I love
Because Ricky will defend.
He
will defend DC's assness to the fullest. He'll be like, "You guys."
But I mean, in a way, I'm not saying me and you aren't good fans, but you could say like in a way that what Ricky's doing is like what like a lot of people do for even if their team suck.
But how can we get better if we just accept this assness?
Well, I think, and he can even comment too. A lot of what I think Ricky's starting to like turn on a little bit of that. Like, hey, yeah, I noticed that this is not,
like, dude. Like, if we let CW keep doing this dumbass shit,
I don't think they're good. No, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
Like, come on, bro.
Well, because isn't the Zack Snyder cut supposed to be on HBO Max?
Yes.
And it's gonna be cut up into parts?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's exciting. To
me, that's really exciting.
It'll be like an hour episode,
I'm gonna
probably.
toss out that old one I have on Blu-ray.
I don't want to watch it anymore, dude.
Yeah, I'll never.
Steppenwolf looks so bad, dude. It did. Steppenwolf looked horrible, dude.
He looked bad. It was fucking bad.
And it's like, hey, how about this? We're in the border meeting, right? How about let's not use Doomsday for Batman v Superman? Or if he survives Batman v Superman, guess who the villain of Justice League is, guys? Doomsday, not Steppenwolf.
And why did Doomsday look like a fucking Ninja Turtle?
He did. I don't know.
CGI Ninja Turtle.
That Doomsday looked horrible. He looked horrible. The whole fucking thing looked horrible, dude. It's garbage. Yeah, guys, comment below, dude, what you guys' thoughts on all this are.
I don't know, man.
So I'm glad that you're on this episode. I've been waiting to talk about this till you could keep. You made your return.
Yeah.
The Ahmad Arbery situation that's going on in Georgia. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up and down before we start, I'm gonna say rest in peace, man. It's so tragic that you died that way.
Yeah, yeah. So I hope his
Family gets justice, man.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, like I know a lot of people don't like to hear like a white guy speak on this, but some people do. What are your thoughts, bro? Like, I mean, obviously, it's a tragic situation.
Yeah, and it's more like stuff coming out almost weekly. Now that there's footage of him at a construction site. Did you see that?
So I didn't. My friend at work was kind of trying to defend the two people who killed him, and he was like, "I don't think it was racially motivated." I was like, "Okay, explain." He was like, "I don't think that they killed him because he was black," and then he brought up that construction site video. I guess that like there was footage of him running into a construction site and then like looking around and making sure nobody was there. And I was like, "Oh, okay, but does that mean he deserved to die?" He's like, I'm not saying that."
But then that's interesting that your guy that who said that? I don't want to.
Well,
was it a guy or a girl?
It was a guy. I'll tell you after we're filming. I don't want to.
It's interesting that he was saying that because now it comes out that there was other people on that property as well. Because the dude that had that property had cameras set up, like they look like a trail cam, nothing crazy, not like these cameras, but like security footage. So there was also like another black person and two white people, a guy and a girl, on the property too, and they didn't get shot. So
were they with Ahmaud?
No, these are all on separate occasions.
Oh, okay.
So if your friend
is that why he chased him down? Is because he saw the camera footage of him there? Or?
That is something that I don't.
They haven't released it.
That they haven't released. I don't understand that. But like the guy you're talking about is saying, well, he was on the property. That's why I think. Well, there was other people on the property
and
too,
they didn't get killed.
And they didn't get killed. So if it's not racially motivated, if you don't believe that, which is fine, but just like you said, you got to let me know why that.
Yeah, because it's America, right? You can have your opinion.
Yeah, you can have your opinion.
But you gotta tell us why you feel like that and don't sound like a fucking dumbass, dude.
Right. That's the problem is, because when you start trying to defend that, you start sounding like
a dumbass.
You sound like a clown.
He even came out and was like, yeah, and why didn't he just stop when they were trying to talk to him? I said, what do you mean? He's like, oh, when they got in the truck and we're trying to like, hey, who are you? We've had a string of robberies, talk to us. He just kept running. Bro, if you had guns pointed at my face, I'm not stopping, dude.
No. And I'm sure they didn't say, hey, we had a string of robberies. Can you stop, please, sir?
No, they didn't. I guarantee you they didn't.
I guarantee you they
do it again, then they're like, hey, sir, like,
hey,
can you just stop for us?
Can you please stop for us? Ahmad.
They said his first name too, like, hey, Ahmad.
Can you stop for us, please?
We used to babysit for you, remember?
Right?
Yeah.
No, come on, bro.
No, they weren't
You've
doing
seen the video. It was a dude in the back of a truck with a gun. And
I think it was like a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
And, no, maybe, I don't know. But...
I don't know, but yeah, I think the son killed them, right? The son hopped out when they cornered him, right? And then he hopped out. And the guy...
Ahmaud started wrestling with the gun.
Which in my opinion, I guess that's not how they thought it was going to go down. I think that they thought it was going to go down like they were going to like run up on him and ask him to get down on the ground. And in a perfect world, he would have got down on the ground and they would have waited till the police got there and been heroes. Because, that's
okay,
how...
so what... Okay, I'm not privy to this, bro. So you got to let me know what happens. What happens when the cops get there? You're proven innocent. Can those people get sued? Like, hey, officer, they fucking cornered me with guns. Like, obviously, Ahmaud would have been pissed, right? So can those people get sued or like what?
Not in that state, absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can stop whoever the fuck you want with guns, and if you think they're committing a crime, they can get stopped.
Depending on what state you are in and what color you are.
Bro, Georgia, bro, I think not the people, right? Because there's probably plenty of, what does Trump call them? Good people.
Yeah.
There's probably plenty of good people in Georgia, right? But, bro, I think a lot of Georgia needs to redo the whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
Take it out, bro. Because isn't there like a new law where you don't have to get a driver's license anymore? Like if your parents just allow you to drive?
I haven't heard that.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up real quick. It just like, bro.
But yeah, I'll continue while you're looking at all my thoughts. Like, I mean, I think that I don't understand why if the dude one of the guys used to be a cop, the dad, if he thought the kid has something to do with it, I don't understand why he wouldn't just call the police. I mean, even if he was like wanted to, I don't know. I mean, and I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense either. But even if he wanted to like get in a vehicle and like trail the kid from a distance and like let the police know where he is, that's weird as fuck to me.
That is still weird as fuck.
That's weird as fuck. But
so he had nothing in his hand.
The kid. As far as we're saying, or as far as what they're saying is the kid he was unarmed. He was running.
So I'm gonna say it doesn't matter if he has something in his hand, right? But I know he didn't. Okay. So it all comes down to you guys felt like you were the law, which the guy is a former.
He's a former cop.
Yeah, and he has ties with like the higher ups in Georgia, Absolutely. Right? So the sad thing is that no one did anything until this video was released.
No.
And apparently, like multiple people from that police force have been arrested.
Yeah.
For corruption.
Can you imagine if it was me
that they gunned down?
No. If it was me in Georgia, and it was two, like,
white guys or whatever.
No, okay. So say it was me in Georgia, and it was like a little like a 17-year-old or 18-year-old white girl, and she was like playing, you know, on the property of a house.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it, that little girl's just on that property. I'm fucking.
We've had a string of robberies.
String of robberies.
Yeah.
And let's say, you know, let's say she was. You could even say, let's say she was tweaking. Let's say that because there's a lot of tweakers out here. Let's say she was tweaking, so she didn't know where she was, so that's why she was on the property. So I get in my car and I chase her down, and she's like scared like a normal human would be because this dude in a truck is like following her, and I get out the car and she like swings on me and I shoot her in the head.
You'd probably go to prison.
I would be going to prison for the rest of my natural fucking life.
So what? So
instantly, I would respawn in prison. I would wake. I would like everything would go black, and I would like blink for a second and wake up, and I'd be like,
wow.
Oh, well, that was quick.
Boy, get on the top bunk now.
Top bunk. But like in situations like this, completely different.
Yeah, so you're bringing up a good point. Like, why the fuck do the laws apply to only white people in Georgia, bro?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like even the stand your ground laws. Why do they only apply to white people with guns,
bro? Those are those
bro?
FUBU laws. Those for us, by us.
Yeah, Okay, so the Georgia thing. It says nearly 20,000 Georgia teens are issued driver's license without a road test. So the governor, Brian Kemp, suspended the requirement that most Georgia teens pass the behind-the-wheel test when applying for licenses. They waived it.
No.
So now 20,000 people, teens, can drive on the road. See what I'm saying? What is going on, Georgia?
I don't know, bro.
You got
they're making quite the name for themselves.
I've never been there, but it probably is like a beautiful state. There's probably such beautiful stuff about the South, right? Like it's the South, bro. Like there's a lot of culture there.
Yeah.
So I'm not blaming the people, but like the people who are ahead of this, bro. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's sad.
I hope those two, the father and son. I don't even want to say their name. I don't want to promote them. Right. I don't want to say their names. I hope you guys get life in prison, bro.
Absolutely.
And if you guys are defending them, bro, shame on you, dude.
Yeah.
Because we all know that if it was Warren who gunned down that crackhead white girl he was talking about,
it'd be
a boot. Yeah, Warren would have fucking
probably death penalty.
Yeah,
because it's in Georgia.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
They probably would have been like, bring hanging back.
Yeah,
they probably would have brought hanging back just for Warren,
just
bro.
For me.
Yeah, and then that's it. No more hanging after
death
that.
Death by firing squad.
Yeah,
shit,
dude.
right?
That's greasy, dude.
Greasy.
Like me and Warren said, bro. Rest in peace, man. I really hope this family gets all the justice they deserve.
Right.
There's not enough justice to bring your son back, but hopefully the law bro, do us a solid.
Yeah.
And this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of minority problems, probably. I don't know if it's a problem, but I guess the NFL is proposing that draft incentives, are they're proposing that teams will get like draft picks if they hire minority coaches. I don't really know how to feel about that, bro. Like, how would you feel? How would you feel as a black man, right? You go to get a job in the NFL, and you feel like, hey, are you guys hiring me to get draft picks, or are you hiring me because you believe in my knowledge of football?
Yeah.
Would that run through your head, bro? Like, if you were...
I feel... I personally, I just feel like that... And I talked to you, I know you've heard me say this before, but the best person should just get hired for the job, period.
So you
The
don't
best
believe in
person-
affirmative action then?
Not in this way.
Not in that way,
No,
no.
no.
Okay.
I believe that the best person should get hired for the job. Are they doing that right now? I don't know.
I don't know either. No.
But I think that the best person should get hired for the job. And obviously it shouldn't be your gut reaction to be like, but he's not a 6-year-old white guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just hire whoever it is. It doesn't matter, dude.
Or
If
set
he's-
up better ways for like if there's not enough minority coaches,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe start younger. Like, hey, let's have programs like
Right, right.
help them like so there
Yeah.
is an equal playing field of white, black,
Yeah.
Mexican, whatever.
Yeah,
coaches.
exactly. Because we're out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so why is it, it says more about like their hiring process, like the people in control of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That like because there are pretty sure there's talented freaking black coaches, Hispanic coaches, Asian coaches, Indian, East Indian, like, come on, bro. Like, because as well as anybody, United States is a melting pot. So it's if they're, having that much of a problem with hiring these people, they need to think about who they're fucking hiring.
Because doesn't a lot of it have to do with like the way the coach would potentially get along with the players?
Yeah.
Like, let's say you hired a super smart Indian guy for a coach, right? What if he was like one of the best coaches, but he just couldn't communicate that to his players as well, right? So then maybe there's another way we do this. Like, hey,
Yeah.
let's get a program
Have somebody
to where,
step in or have a program to
where like we can help with that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, because if I went to fucking Beijing or something, right? I could be one of the smartest Beijing sports players,
right.
but then
But that
I can't communicate with the players good enough. So
Yeah.
I just think that instead of this, they should be starting younger. And like, hey, if you don't want to be a player, I'd love to train you how to be a coach.
Maybe they should, the people who are in charge of like overseeing that need to be like younger and more like minority, like the people who are like because obviously the high executives are, it's the same thing as how they had that Oscar so white shit. Remember that, like how they were saying like, oh, the only movies that win the Oscars are white movies.
Yeah.
And it because the board is all white. They don't have anybody like me and you from our culture, from our era, to go up there and say, yo, these movies are ass, bro. This shit is ass. It doesn't.
If we talk to them.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, like this movie is seriously like it's cool, but it doesn't speak to our like the millennials. Like this shit's ass. So you need some younger people in here.
Yeah.
That's what I think they need to do here, dude. Like the people in charge need to be like different and like because like we just said, dude. I'm sure there's doesn't matter what race you are, you can do it or gender. You know what I mean? Isn't there a female coach in the NFL yet?
I think she's an assistant coach.
Oh, that's an assistant? Yeah.
But it's super tone deaf.
Yeah.
It is, because it's not like the NFL saying like, I get the message, bro. I get that
it's
the
just
NFL's
they're
trying,
going about it at the wrong way.
Yeah, like I get it. Like, hey, we're trying to help more minority coaches get hired. I get it, and I totally agree with that sentiment, right?
Yeah.
It's just the way you're doing it. It's like, oh, here, Like, so now, like, if I'm a team, let's hire 5 minority coaches. I want the draft picks.
Yeah.
It's like they're only doing it for draft picks. So not doing it because this guy might potentially be the best out of all.
I think it'll change in the future. It's just it's gonna take time. It's just gonna take time. Like it's not happening like rapidly, but it's slowly. I'm telling you, like, you know, when Justin's kids are older and are our age, it's probably gonna be more, you know, minority coaches and stuff. It'll probably be a woman president by the time your daughter is your age. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is... I was looking at a timeline earlier of... and looking at it was crazy as shit. It was like... It showed, like, from the time the country was made, like, to how long we had, like, slavery, which was like this. It was like 400 years. And then it was like, after that, it was like the... slavery like ended, and it was like 19 like something to like
the end of segregation.
To the end of segregation.
Yeah.
And then it was like that to like now there was like teeny. Like we're still young.
It's embarrassing that we even had slavery and segregation, bro.
We're young. We're still like growing. Like this shit's gonna change eventually. I got faith in that. Like it's just it takes time for us to get the shit right.
Yeah.
You know, like I think a lot of other countries are a lot older than us. Like when you look at countries like Germany and shit who have like a female prime minister, you know, like
they're progressively.
They're
doing it in a way where it's like it's natural. It's not like, hey, if you put a female vice president,
natural.
we'll do like Joe Biden did that.
That's annoying to me.
If I get the nomination, I'll get a female vice president.
thought
You
that
don't
was
even
so
have to
stupid.
fucking say that, bro.
That was so stupid.
It is. What are you doing?
I don't know. I said the same
Bro,
thing.
you don't have to say that. You can just literally do it, and then it doesn't. Like, okay.
He's pandering.
Yeah, no, he's pandering.
Stupid.
It is. It's blatant pandering, bro.
It's just stupid.
Yo, you guys comment below. Do you agree with the NFL? Do you even agree with affirmative action? If you don't, if you do, let us know.
Let us
All right?
know, man.
So we're gonna end off today's episode with one of the OGs, one of the biggest podcasters on this platform is moving to Spotify, man. Big ass deal. Soon enough, it won't even be his show won't even be really on YouTube like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, me and you created this show together. You know, this is our podcast. So for people like me and you, that's probably like the end goal is to get a big deal like that and like support our families.
I can't imagine what he's.
But I know people on YouTube are like, we're not gonna follow you. We don't want to pay. So yeah, but what do you think? Like, that's a big deal, Joe. Congrats, man.
Yeah, congrats, dude. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. We've seen it come up.
Grind.
He's been doing this thing for a long time. He has everybody on his show, on the podcast.
All the biggest people in the world.
All the biggest people in there. And he is literally just chilling and
talking
for like some of his episodes are like 3 hours long, but to him I'm sure it don't even feel like it because he's like so, you know, interested in so many topics. Like he'll have Neil deGrasse on there.
I love those episodes.
He'll just talk to him, and I'm sure 3 hours go by like 45 minutes. They just lose track of time. But yeah, I've seen his grind, and I'm happy for him. I don't know how anybody else feels, but I'm happy for him because, you know, I like what he does, and I think he works hard, and shit, he deserves it.
It's a big deal, yeah.
It's a huge deal. And I'm not surprised by seeing, like...
I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened sooner. I could tell that he was, like, next up, though, after...
Joe Budden did his Spotify deal?
I was meaning in the terms of, like, what's the OG of the radio?
Oh, Howard Stern.
I always felt like Joe Rogan like reminded me of Howard Stern, just like in a way that he just doesn't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I see that in Joe Rogan, like because Joe Rogan he's a comedian, so you know comedians have that
I don't give a fuck.
A lot of them, like Kevin Hart's different, which is weird to me.
He's more like mainstream.
Yeah, he's like, but a lot of comedians are just like, yeah, I'm not going to apologize for...
They shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to because it's fucking comedy.
Well, I think it's a big deal to me personally because obviously like this is what I want for us. I want me, you, and Justin, and my cousin, and all the people who run this show. I want something like that for us. I want to like get $100 million deal and do what we love. Like I would love to do this every day if I got paid for it.
I think Charlemagne would be next. I will not be surprised if in the next couple years the Breakfast Club ends up
On Spotify or some shit.
or breaking up.
Yeah.
And then it's just Charlemagne on Spotify. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you think that I know for sure Joe Rogan didn't take this deal. He took this deal and he told Spotify, "Look, I'm not changing anything about the show. I'm gonna still shoot here."
No.
I guarantee you, because he's so big, they were probably like, "Okay, yeah."
Oh, of course. Dude.
He's Joe Rogan, bro.
He's not gonna fold or like do anything he don't want to do. So that's format's gonna be exactly the same. He's gonna say what he wants.
It might be different because he doesn't have to hold back now.
Yeah,
he can play clips.
Yeah, his shit's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be the same. He even said it was gonna be the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same. I'm just sad that it's not going to be as many clips on YouTube for us to watch. But I mean, we'll have to get to Spotify. But I'm happy for him, man. Like, so I wonder how much money does he pocket that 100?
I didn't look at the full deal.
He obviously gets a lot.
He probably gets majority of that 100.
And he's already good, like financially. So this is just gonna. And he's a minimalist type dude too. He's like a type of guy that like lives out in the woods with a fucking Traeger grill and shoots it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like this is not a guy that like
requires an elevator for his house.
Yeah, exactly. Who I got this $1 million watch. If you don't got this $1 million watch,
we're not beefing.
We're not beefing. I'll kiss you on your forehead.
You're a little boy.
You're a little boy.
If you're another podcaster and you don't have this fucking watch,
you a little boy, Charlemagne.
We're not beefing.
We're not beefing, son.
Hey, imagine if 6ix9ine did a Joe Rogan podcast. That would be fucking fire, dude. God. Tell me that wouldn't be fire, dude. I might have to save the 6ix9ine stuff for next week because we're kind of running low on time. But
I think he should do that. I think if anybody would do it, it would be Joe Rogan because he don't give a fuck.
But he doesn't even. I remember.
But I could see it maybe not going
too good.
Because
he did an episode one time where him and I think it was Eddie Bravo and them. They talked about 6ix9ine and they were completely clueless on what he was, who he was, and what he even did. The little rainbow head, what does he do again? Like, I think he does rap. I don't know. This is fucking like a fucking. It was cringy watching those old guys talk. They didn't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I was screaming at the TV like the whole time.
Cringy. Yeah, I could see them getting into a discussion and Joe Rogan saying an opinion like, "Well, that's stupid."
That's stupid.
And then
so you snitch and you're proud? Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Back in my day, we never snitched at all. Yeah, back in your day, Joe.
Yeah, because Joe, he's in his early 50s. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I know that we brought this up earlier, and a lot of people was there people saying a lot of people do think that like Joe Rogan is like racist or something.
I guess I don't think so, but I
think I've heard that
because he doesn't dick suck the left, dude.
But I mean, I would say to that, I first of all, nobody knows if you don't know him. Like, come on, you don't know him, but he has a lot of people on his show.
Who have different opinions.
And like still to this day he's like and reoccurring people like Andrew Schultz, I think Charlemagne,
Eddie Bravo and Joey Diaz and all them.
And they keep going on his show, like Cedric the Entertainer, whatever, all the comedians. So if they felt a certain way, they wouldn't keep. If they felt a certain way,
they wouldn't keep going.
They wouldn't keep going on his show. If he treated them a certain way, they wouldn't keep going on his show. So I don't see any validity to any of that. It just doesn't make. It's always like a dude I like, Trey D from the West Coast. Like somebody was asking him on a Vlad TV interview about Eminem, and because Eminem had that tape when he said the black bitch or whatever.
Oh, he said like black girl.
Because he was young, because he got dumped by a black girl. And Trey D was like, I don't really know, but he was like, I take the words of people like proof that was around him all the time, and you know what I mean, that I take their word like that he's solidified, that he's cool. Because why would all these cats be around him constantly, like his family,
If he was actually
if he
racist,
was
yeah.
actually racist?
Yeah, it
Like
doesn't
it
make
just
sense, man.
doesn't make sense. So that's sort of how I felt about that. Like I thought I'd mention that because me and Justin were talking about it earlier, and something that people are probably if they're watching this, they
You
could be
support a
thinking it.
racist?
But yeah, man, like I don't know.
Well, yeah. Comment below, guys.
Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts? Yeah. So obviously we're running low on time, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I know it sounds weird to say that, but thank you. Like this show really missed you.
Bro,
The people
it's gonna be
watching
back,
always
man.
talk about you.
It's good to be back, man. We back.
Yeah,
at
we
it.
are. So
Hit the
if you-
ground running.
If you guys don't know, bro, obviously Warren has helped me create this show. Me and him have been working on this dream for like a long time.
Yeah, man.
We're in our first year, but yeah, we're gonna keep getting better. So
Keep getting better.
yeah, like
Nearly
bro, a lot
100.
of people kept asking about you. I know you probably don't believe me, but a lot of people like, where's Warren at, or when is Warren gonna come back? I'm like, yeah, guys, we already have a planned date for a couple weeks ahead,
Right.
So yeah, but bro, I know, like I said, it's weird to say thank you, but like, yeah, bro, it really needed this.
Yeah, man.
So
it's gonna
super
be
cool, dude.
Yeah, this upcoming year, once all this Rona stuff gets chilled out, because it's still a little
like,
tense. You know what I mean? But
It's tense like campgrounds, dude.
facts. But
Right.
the work ethic that me and you have is when we
we're
get
on
the
it.
focus and lock in, we lock in, man. So
Yeah, it's important because before we go, guys, like I don't usually take time out to do this because it's kind of annoying to the people in the room. You know what I mean? Like, because you guys appreciate it, but but yeah, like the work Justin puts in,
Right.
the work that Warren puts in, the work that we all put in. It's to me, it's like I can't thank them enough, bro. I can't. The work my brother puts in is equally as I think it's as equal as what I do on the side with the
Absolutely.
notes. So like, it takes a lot to run a show like this.
yeah,
It takes our time, effort, and sometimes like the video I just did last week, it only has 30 views right now, and obviously I'm not happy about it. But
which
that's
video?
the one I just released, and I could talk to you about that after the filming. But obviously my brother probably put hella time into editing and like time away from his kids and shit, and it only has 30 views. So we're gonna have duds, bro. You know what I mean? We're gonna have fucking duds.
Always, man.
But
It's
that's the
always
part of
gonna
the
be
business.
Yeah, that's a part of the business. Is you know what I mean? Like, but that just makes the end. When you reach it, that much sweeter, man. It's because like you start from the bottom. I follow Meek Mill on Instagram. And every once in a while, like he'll post a picture of him like when he was 16 and had the dookie braids, you
The
know what I
Duke's
mean,
braids,
with
yeah.
like the dirty ass jeans on, and he'll post that shit just to be like, yo, like
Look at me.
I came from the bottom, bro. Like,
Well,
you
thank
know
God
what
you
I
didn't
mean?
come. You don't have dookie braids. So you have really
No.
good. You have really good braids.
we're
actually.
starting. We're doing a little bit better than me. Meek was doing bad.
Yeah,
we ain't
yeah.
doing that
Well,
bad. We ain't doing that bad. But it'll make it that much better when we reach it, man.
All right. Well, thank you guys for staying tuned.
Yes, sir.
Episode 22 will be next week.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about next week. So until then.
Peace.